Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for 7/11. Yep, a lucky day. July 11th, 2024, just after 6:25 p.m. Central Time. I've been waiting an hour for the president. It is 5:30 review to come out, and I'm sure people are getting pissed. They're wondering what is wrong with him. No matter how he does, this hour doesn't speak well. You should be go, Joe. I got a 5:30 press conference. I'm coming out. I'm on my game. I'm right there. The hour makes me think you're doing a heck of a lot of Red Bulls in the back to get your energy level up. When we look at the markets tonight, you're getting a little bit of a bounce. What happened today? Simply put, the CPI numbers came in much more subdued than the market was ready for. And that means that you can wrap the month of June into the camp that you've heard me talk about. The June's a win for the Fed. Now, we still have July and August to go. If they have a strong in their camp again, where labor's not running away, we had today a little bit of an issue in the sense that the jobless claims fell 17,000. That becomes a little bit of an issue. We were hoping that they'd keep crawling upward a little bit, not happening. But the CPI was the story of the day. Tomorrow we're going to get the PPI. Speaking of the PPI, we have it coming out in the morning at 7:30. They're looking for an increase of 1/10 month over month and year over year. University of Michigan preliminary July consumer sentiment indices, they're looking for that a little bit stronger. Very minor, but a little bit stronger. And we're going to get the USDA WASDE report, and that comes out at 11 a.m., and that'll be supply demand both in the U.S., what we've got in other markets like that. I see the president just speaking, so I'm going to get myself going at this point. So between now and the financial video, I'll watch a bit of that. All right. So as we're working on this together, you had the report come out. The dollar fell sharply. Interest rates fell. That's the friend of gold. So the gold market, well, here you are, up $22 for the, if you will, the week so far. Tomorrow's the last day of the week, and that's almost up 1%. The market has lifted itself back up. We have resistance points right above the market here. Can it make it through them is going to be the big question. What's the trend of the market? Well, I'm going to call it higher lows, higher highs to the upside. You see that even clearer right here. And the Bollinger Band, well, you got over it for the first time. Are we going to try to pull back into it tomorrow? Probably. Remember, 95% of the time you do that. But there's a but here. The narrowness of this Bollinger Band, that sideways action, when you had this last time, you came from a much wider set of bands. The narrowness gives this market energy. It means people that were playing this might have been lulled to sleep. For every long there's a short, there is somebody caught there. And now the question is, what happens? You did get overbought over a band. You only stay over it 5% of the time. So I have plenty of reasons to think you're going to get a little bit of a pullback. I'm not bearish. I want to make that clear. A bit of a pullback after a day like today. And silver continues to look fine against gold. It's staying under the 18-week average, which means silver looks darn good still. And you see that in the silver market. Still running the upper Bollinger Band, not getting over it like the gold did, by the way. Overbought. Gold's a little stronger because it got over it today, but we'll see how that holds up overnight. In the copper market, the weakness in copper is coming out of China. Basically, your factory gate numbers aren't good. Your CPI numbers are weaker than the market thought. This is not what you need in order to get demand for this going. And the problem that China has with that is as Europe gets stronger, the U.S., we're all putting more and more tariffs on China. So selling their goods to us, certain goods, becomes problematic for them. At some point, this has to be resolved, and I have no idea what that point is or how to address that. Down here, you can see your support. Up here, the resistance, and I look for support, again, at the 18-day average of closes to show up. In the platinum market, the trend is up. The bias of the market in terms of momentum, just momentum here, flattening out. So you've got trend up, bias up. I think the pros are probably going to nibble here at the 1008.70 level, but they got to be careful. If you slip down too much and get through this 992.10, you got a real problem in the market. That doesn't mean I think you're going to go very far down because you have the 100-day average and the Bollinger Band, but you'll have come out of that uptrend. But I still think they're going to take their gamble on that. In the dollar index, notice how the market fell down to the 200-day average and just like, oh, Nelly, no more. We don't have to go any further. The pros are waiting down there with orders saying, hey, I'm short. I'll bet that on the first challenge of the 200-day average, you get some support. And bingo, you exactly did. So these are the things you start watching on a day like today. Now, remember, one of the things that we try to offer, as you see me talking about all this, is understanding these technical indicators. Because to me, I just as soon take the name of the chart off, believe it or not. I think the chart pattern's the chart pattern. You work with them. I don't care if you're working with candlestick, bar charts, pie charts. Learn to work with the type of chart you're comfortable with. Moving averages, they're always from what happened. But because they're so popular, they're useful. They're not a predictor of where you're going, but they are a predictor of resistance and support points. Cycle trading, the Elliott, the Gann, and so on, you want to learn how to work with all this. And we have this in here. The Arun indicator, price-time relationship, a simple indicator that gives you an idea, is the market going up on short covering, new buying, what's going on, be it futures and or in stocks often. Money management, all important. So you go to iraepstein.com, free offers. From there, you'll see that on the top left of our website, it's there. Choose the ones you want, put them into your basket, fill out your name, your email. We'll get everything out to you shortly. And what you do is you can also move your cursor up here for our icon and give that a click. It'll take you to the same place. I'm Ira. Have a good day. I'll catch up with you in the morning as we talk about the PPI indicator. Take care.